Hi, it's Tina Brinkley Potts again, and today I'm so excited because this is going to be a great show. We're giving restaurants the best actionable items that they can do right now to really get their businesses out there. So the first thing I want to do before we get started is give everybody a chance to go around and just introduce themselves. So Mary, let's start with you.
Hi, it's Mary Bors here with Big Dogs Marketing. We are in the Chicago area, and we help small businesses get found online. And the way we do that is we use social media, mobile marketing, local Google places, SEO, things of that nature. Whatever your budget is, we can make something work for you.
Great.
Thanks, Tina.
Great. All right, Greg, it's your turn.
Hey, I'm Greg Adams, your local mobile advisor. We're in the Houston area, and we help small businesses with mobile websites and mobile applications and social media marketing.
Chris.
All right, I'm Chris Berggren. In Southern California, somewhere between San Diego and Los Angeles. Last I checked, Las Vegas wasn't in California. But anyway, we're Local Links Marketing, and we help you link with your customers, engage with them, and grow your business by using mobile marketing, mobile apps, social media, and local internet marketing.
Great. And of course, I'm Tina Potts. Wow, I can't even say my name. And I am a small business consultant. I specialize in working with mom and pop businesses, helping them with their technology because, let's face it, this technology is for the kids. It's not for us. And we got to know it too because it's going to help further our businesses a lot faster. So let's get right into today's topic of restaurants. So Mary, tell us about something you're doing with restaurants or that is going to help them build their clients.
Well, one of the strategies that I like a lot, especially for a pizza place, but it does not have to be a pizza place. It could be any kind of restaurant, cafe, or whatever. But let's say it's a pizza place. If you were to have some kind of contest, start out with a contest where they can win, whoever wins, they win a free pizza for a year. Maybe once a week they get a pizza. And the way I would do that is make it kind of a mobile marketing way to build up your mobile marketing database, because you could have the contest and have people opt in. You could have a note card up at where you pay for the pizza saying, opt in here to win this contest for free pizza for a year. And you could also put that on a Facebook fan page, which I think you definitely should have one of those, especially if you're a pizza place. And then I would build up that database, and then I would have some sort of coupons throughout the year and special offers, and I would stay engaged with those people, and especially on your slow days, like your Monday or Tuesday, or both those days, you have a special offer, special coupon, and maybe somebody could even scan the coupon code right off of their mobile phone. So that's just one of the tips that I like a lot. I think that's a way to get instant results where they can all of a sudden, fill up the restaurant when it's on a slow day.
Okay, so wait a minute. Let's slow that down a little bit. So it sounds like you're saying they should have a contest, and that contest should be ran on mobile marketing?
Yes, you can do it on Facebook, but you could also do it on mobile.
Okay.
And you can also do it through any kind of blog, maybe, that you would have. You could have an opt-in there so that people could join the contest from there. They can join it from Twitter. You can tweet about it. You can pull people in that way and build your list. And I think once you get that list, then you start doing your contest and have the drawing, have the date set, what day you'll be, having the drawing and things of that nature. And then after that, I think I would have coupons on a regular basis, maybe a special of the month or something. And then maybe on the top of that, have a loyalty plan program, where people, the more often you come into the restaurant, you build up your points, the standard kind of frequent flyer idea.
Okay, so I think I heard a lot of different channels in there, and I guess that was the point that I was trying to make. I think you had QR codes in there. I think you had mobile marketing in there. You had Facebook in there. There was a lot of different things, but, I think what you did is great because you're kind of conceptualizing Here's a plain contest that most of them they could actually have this sitting on their counter. Remember the old style where you have this little box on the counter and it says enter to win, and you drop this little piece of paper into this. You just took it global. Yep. They can reach their, so someone doesn't have to come literally into their restaurant to begin getting into their list. I think what you said was phenomenal. You guys got anything to add to that?
No, she covered a lot with that there. Yeah, the old fishbowl method. What she's talking about is they're having to physically be there in the restaurant and drop their business card in or whatever. Now you're global.
Yes. So it's the same concept. I think that was a wonderful job. Okay, Greg, so you're next to Mary on where I see. So your turn. Give us something good.
Okay, so we're talking about, hold on, there we go. We were talking about doing QR codes, and I'm just, for the restaurant who don't know what a QR code is, that's a quick response code, and that's that little squiggly box that looks like nothing on there. And what that does is redirect to a website, to a special that you may have. Now this works really, this new idea, or this actually new concept that we've been put in place is, how would you like to be able to change your specials on a weekly or even a daily special within your customer's home, right from the refrigerator? Now, what I'm saying is, let's say that you're a pizza company and you have a magnet, and you have your little pizza magnet on there, and say, call this number, and this is my special. It has a QR code on it, but what happens when you print out your QR code? Well, each time you have a special, you have to print out another code or another flyer or whatever your print media is. Well, now we can dynamically change your special. You can actually go in. So let's say you give your customer your pizza magnet and they have it on their refrigerator. Now this week we have, the 2-for-1 special Thursday night. You can go in there and change your special. And so when they want to see what special you have, all they have to do is scan the QR code and it pops up right there on their phone.
Wow.
I love it.
Yeah.
For a person,
we're all sitting here wowing.
Yeah. You said you were going to wow us today, Greg. I love it.
Yeah. Very ninja. Very ninja. Love it.
Yeah,
So we're able to do like actually a dynamic redirect. So you can do all your print media one time and get that out there to your customers. Have it right there on the refrigerator where that's where everybody's looking all the time, and that's what I'm saying, especially for these restaurants, the calendars, the magnetic calendars, the insurance people send out, but especially like with the restaurants, when we get it on the refrigerator, because that's the statistics show most people spend the most time, walking by and looking at the refrigerator at least 3 times a day. They're looking at the refrigerator at least. I don't remember that number, but they are always going to that refrigerator. So if you give them that magnet and you want to change up your special, you can do that on a daily basis if you wanted to. But
and then look at all of those families right now that just don't have time to cook. So the first thing you're going to think about when you go to the refrigerator and you're going, I got to cook something, but you see that magnet. Oh, wait a minute. Let's check and see what the special of the day is. I could see me using that. I could see me using that.
That's awesome.
Definitely.
And you just take your smartphone and scan it to the refrigerator and you're done. I love that. Off the races you go.
Okay, to see what the pizza place or whatever this restaurant has, what's their specialty. You don't have to pick up the phone and call them. You don't have to go fire up the computer. You can just take your phone, and you probably got it in your pocket anyway. Stick it right up there to the deal and see what the special is.
Wow.
I love that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, your turn.
Well, you know what? Before I go on to my turn, I have to make a couple comments here. Number one, I picture my refrigerator covered with QR codes. Not only the restaurant, but the car wash and the oil change place.
Yes.
And the list can go on and on and on.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
That's pretty fun. Actually, I see one could expand on this for, say, a chamber of commerce and their various businesses, and having a whole sheet with various QR codes that they could do. But we're at restaurants today, so I'll try to keep my focus. But that got me very excited, Greg.
Well, good. I'm glad I could help.
Greg is definitely bringing the wow factor today.
Yeah, yep.
I'll say. And I have to say that Mary kind of stole my thunder because I was going to talk a little bit about creating an irresistible offer and then presenting it to build your list. And I may go back to this talking a little bit about what makes an irresistible offer, but let me give us something completely different for just a minute. What if, as a restaurant, you have your customers advertise for you? Now, we've all heard of the check-ins, the Yelp, the Facebook, some of the other ones. I'm sure you can list some of the other ones for checking in. But another way you can incentivize your customers is to invite them to join you on one of these check-in places so that they are checking in. Now, what actually happens? For those who don't know what a check-in really is, let's take Yelp, for example, or Facebook, either one. When you go to the restaurant as a consumer or customer, you might see something on the table inviting you, reminding you to check in. And you do. You jump on your smartphone and you quickly jump over there to that restaurant's page in Yelp and you click a little check-in button, basically. What's going to happen is a message will be sent to people who follow you, generally on Facebook. Some people send the message out on Twitter, but I think the vast majority, they end up going out on Facebook. And now people see that you're in this restaurant. And social proof is a big thing. It's a big thing to all of us. We buy from places, I've talked about this before, that we know, like, and trust. And if our friends know, like, and trust the place where they're checking in from, then we are more likely to go there. So anytime you check in, basically you're advertising for that business as well as telling all your friends what a fun time you're having. It's a great strategy for a restaurant owner because now all you need to do is have a little bit of print collateral, like I said, maybe table tents or some kind of posters, some little insert in your menu that invites people and reminds them to check in, much like you would invite them to join your VIP club, your loyalty club, or to join a text message system. I mean, you're not calling it that, but basically that's what it is. All those things. You can invite people and incentivize them to do all of these things, which is fun for them, and it helps you.
Chris, I think I'm definitely big on the check-in, so I think I now have to come up with something else. But what I think you did.
And you will, Tina, you will.
I think you did a good job. And let's talk a little bit about the print materials, because I think both you and Greg, and Mary kind of alluded to it too, but both you and Greg mentioned using your print materials. And I want to tell people that you really don't have to go outside of the budgets that you're already spending. You can get creative with what you're already doing. Like, for instance, if you are a lower scale restaurant, and I don't mean in quality, I'm just saying basically your food, a plate of food is $20 or less, then you're spending a lot of money on napkins anyway. Why not print QR codes on your napkins? You have it. You're already spending the money. So here's another way of incorporating. There's just so many different things that you're already spending that if you just look at it just a little bit different and kind of reallocate, you can really get creative with these different suggestions that you guys have come up with. And check-ins, go ahead, Chris.
Oh, I just wanted to comment also that, the print collateral for a restaurant, these kind of things that you might set on a table or just a poster or an insert, even if it's completely separate from what you're already doing, does not have to cost more than $30 to $50.
Yes.
It probably won't break the budget, particularly because you're only going to do it once over fairly long periods of time. You're going to change it up from time to time, However, the $30 every quarter is probably not going to break the budget.
Oh, and you'll get that money back over and over and over again if you just...
No kidding.
Yeah, if you just add, these strategies. And I think that's one of the most important things is actually the strategy behind it. But what I wanted to say about the check-in feature is there are so many ways that you can check in today. There's Foursquare, there's Yelp, there's so many different rating sites, and then there's the monster that we call Facebook. And quite honestly, what I want everybody to know is regardless of whether you are, you like Foursquare more than you like Facebook, or you like Yelp more than you like Facebook, you can actually do all of them through Facebook. So you got to make sure, and the reason why I'm going to emphasize on Facebook right now is because your clients are on Facebook whether you want to believe it or not. 800 million people is the last number that I got. I actually did something the other day that the single fastest growing population in the United States on Facebook is over the age of 35. So no matter what you think your demographic is, they are on Facebook, and if you have them check in, that will give you social proof. So that's the thing I wanted to add about that. So I guess now it's my turn, and since Chris stole what I was going to say, I got to figure out something. Okay, so what I would do is I'm going to piggyback off of something we said a few weeks ago, where I want a restaurant that's listening to pick their slowest day. And if you pick your slowest day and you do what I'm telling you and then it works, then you need to reach out to someone and get more of a strategy, because I'm telling you this stuff works. And if you take and just do this one simple thing, you will create more traffic into your restaurant on your slow days. So every time, whatever your slow day is, I want you to pick something creative. Feedback. I want you to pick something creative, and then a new special, and I want you to take your cell phone camera and I want you to videotape it. And then I want you to send it out on either a copy of that picture or that video on your email list, on your Facebook page, or Twitter it out. And then, this is a trick I learned from the New York School of Film. And then I want you to walk around and have one person in your restaurant, and I want you to record them eating it, and I want you to record it in 3 different angles. I want you not to get their face at all. So you don't even have to show their face. You're going to go over their shoulder and actually point your camera down at their plate. Then you're going to point your camera at their plate with their hands. And then you're going to come back up and you're going to look at the plate again over the shoulder. And I'm going to tell you that because people are going to be watching someone else eat your meal, it's going to make them hungry. And you will sell out of that special for that day if you do it.
I love that.
I just want you to try it. I know it works. I've already given it to a couple of restaurants and they love it. And now they're pretty much doing it every day. I said, well, okay, you're gonna wear it out after a while, but they say, hey, as long as it works, they're gonna roll it until the wheels fall off. So
love that strategy, Tina. That's ninja too. That's really fun.
Yeah, that's great.
It is.
I got one more little one there I'd add whenever.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Greg.
Well, you were talking a while ago, it made me think about something else that another partner of mine is working on right now, that actually next weekend we're actually launching it, and we'll be rolling this out, and we'll do video on it to show everybody how this works. But I know a lot of these restaurants, the economy's tight, so to go along with what Tina's talking about of not breaking the bank and using your existing things that you have, one thing that we're doing right now is, for like a restaurant, and we're doing this next weekend in a restaurant, if you're already having your monitors up and you're playing these TV shows and sports games, Well, what if you could just dedicate a couple of these monitors that you already have up and roll out your specials? And what we're talking about in particular, what we're doing for this one restaurant, they have these old poster boards up when you're walking through the line and you're reading the menu. Well, every time you want to change prices, you're going to have to get new poster boards and all that. Mm-hmm. We've actually done what we're calling video billboards, and it's ran in the back office right there. So we've got a graphic artist that does the graphics on it. But what's good about it is you can segment it, and now you can roll your daily specials on it. And what this one business and some other people are looking to do in here is actually we can stream. You can actually advertise other businesses within your display. So they could do local traffic, they could do local weather, plus there's specials on it. So if you're a local business and you have other businesses in the area, and let's say you're in a strip mall or something, and you have this restaurant, and you have all these people coming through like this cafeteria style line, it's just really anywhere you got people waiting, they could actually sell advertisement to the other local businesses that will actually recoup the cost of what they're spending here, and actually they can make money. It's very nowadays it's very affordable to do this type of service, but that's one way that they can utilize what they already have and without breaking the bank, and in the graphics just pop off the screen, so people really like that. And two, they can change their prices and their other stuff dynamically. So if you have a chain of, let's say, several restaurants, you can go right in there and change them out in a matter of just a few minutes. You don't have to go around to each one of the stores. So that's another way that we're helping the restaurant industry out.
You know what, Greg? I like it. I think you gave me you reminded me of something else that we did. I had this restaurant I used to eat at pretty much every day for lunch because it was around the corner from where I worked. And it was a diner, a family restaurant. And what they had is they had these placemats that all of these different businesses advertised on. But the problem is that they didn't control it. There was another company that came in and said, I want you to use this. And what I went back and told them is that, hey, why don't you print those yourself? And then you find local businesses in your area and say, hey, listen, we get 1,000 people in this restaurant a week. How much is that worth for you to be in front of my 1,000 customers a week? And what they did is they went back, they put their information in the center and then had everyone else around it. Now I have to go back and tell them, you need to put a QR code on there. I mean, there's just so many things now that we can do, but here it is. That is money they were already spending, and actually now we made their marketing budget a lot higher because the companies that are advertising on it are now paying them, and so all they're doing is that's how they increase their marketing budget for me to get them more exposure, is they went and found people who need the same exposure to their clients, and it works.
Right, so exactly. That's exactly.
So you have their QR code in the center and then all the other QR codes on the placemat around, right?
Yeah, well, see, I haven't incorporated QR codes yet. Basically, there was a offer. There's just an offer in the center, a way to get someone in their list, so that way they know what the daily specials are and all of that kind of thing. But I mean, even now, we could go back and add a QR code on the next printing or whatever. But when you think about it, how many diner-style restaurants have you been into and you look at their placemat and it's that style, where it's got other advertisements for other businesses in their restaurant? A lot of times they don't control that. That's an outside company that's come in. So now go back and control it. Find your neighbors down the street, neighboring businesses that want to get in. Now you can increase your marketing budget and get more customers by something you're already doing.
That's a great idea.
That's great, because most of these, or I don't want to say most, a lot of these restaurant owners are part of some marketing group, like the Restaurant Association. They're probably members of their local restaurant association, so you can go to your other vendors. I mean, in industry like us, we all know each other and we do different things. So same thing with that. They probably know other businesses that we're willing to, that they network with. Just go to your network and I'm sure, well, anywhere there's foot traffic and you can say, I got X amount of customers coming, through my doors every day. Yes, as a business owner, shoot, if I know you got this much traffic coming through your stores and I got that many eyeballs, I'm going to pay you $25, $50, $100 a month just for people to see it, because it's a captured audience. They're sitting down there eating. Yeah,
for an
they're
hour.
Sitting down there eating and they're looking around and they're bored and they're picking up especially like in a doctor's office. I know we didn't keep this on a restaurant, but any place that they're sitting there and they're, like I said again, instead of watching I'm getting no feedback now. Anyway, anywhere you got eyeballs, then that's your captured audience, and it's a way to monetize what you're already spending.
Tony Robbins calls it net time. It's that time that it's time that you're doing something like driving, or you're sitting waiting for the doctor, or something that you want to be able to focus your attention on. I mean, that's what's happening with iTunes now. Now you put those in your car and you listen to podcasts like this one while you're driving, because it's not taking any more time out of your day, but you're fitting it in. It is the same concept. When you're sitting in a doctor's office, you gotta sit there. So most of the time what happens, you get a whole bunch of complimentary magazines or something that are sitting there, and they may have a TV screen or something that stuff is flashing on. That could have your marketing message. For a doctor's office now, you can get other people to pay you to be on your screen to market for you. Increase your marketing budget by allowing other people to participate.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
I think we all gave some wonderful tips today, but I think the most important thing is that a business has to act. If you're stuck doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. And I think you've gotten 4 wonderful ways that you can apply some of the new technology. You just have to apply it. And if you're one of those people that are afraid of technology, then you have 4 different experts sitting here coming from different perspectives that you can reach out to. And I'm going to give everybody a chance again to kind of give their contact information and their business name, because the thing that I have noticed when I talk to a lot of mom and pop industry clients is that because of this overwhelming I don't want to call it a fear, but it's this inability to change very quickly. They are falling behind and not understanding why their business is declining. And the first thing I will ask any of them, especially if you're watching or listening today, is you being resistant to technology worth your legacy declining? And that is the question you have to ask yourself. And if it is not worth your legacy declining, then you should absolutely contact someone else if you can't do it for yourself. So, Mary, why don't you give us your contact information again?
You can visit us on our website, which is www.bigdogsmarketing. That's dogs with a Z. Or you can contact me through email at mary@bigdogsmarketing.com. Thank you, Tina.
Absolutely. Greg?
Yeah, Greg Adams, and my local number is 281-353-0807, and my website is localmobileadvisor.com.
Chris?
All right. Again, it's Local Links Marketing, LYNX, like the cat. And our local number is 951-234-5006. And it'd be fun if you hooked up with me on Facebook. So it's facebook.com/Local Links Marketing.
And again, my name is Tina Brinkley Potts, and my website is exactly that, TinaBrinkleYPotts.com. Thank you guys for coming today, and I think we gave some great information for restaurants. So, I'm hoping to see a lot of people starting some trends out there next week.
Yep, go forth, take action.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate it.
Take action.
Have a good day.
You too.